the backs against the wall to get the spike planted and know that the guard is going to be here.
Yeah, the double back from the guard as well. And they rotate off for just a second, but they read it. It's great to get started here on Pearl to kind of create the question marks. Unfortunately, the B push might not be the most potent because, well, they've got Classic for the most part. So Valorant will find the first. Zeldris is able to trade one out. The Bulldog takes a bite. And okay, damage yet here from OR Esports. Now VNS is going to try and push back site, and Tex is a right click away from death. This rifle could end up in the hands of OR Esports with 2 bullets left. Tex actually going to swap to the Classic of his own. Right click out, flash on the backside. That'll slow things down for a second. 35-second haunt comes out. Aftershock to follow. Good fault line finds the stun, and the shots will land onto Tex. Meanwhile, damage still flying, and the Bulldog still biting as Jonah will find another for the team. Util dumped back site, and OR Esports struggling here to get onto this B site. Sure, they've assumed the position long, but that's all they've done. And 21 HP is where VNS started. This is where...
Split to make it to A. Everybody playing far back, though, on this defensive side. The darts should be able to get some information. Good combo here with the C's, but doesn't turn into a kill.
And the nade was just a second too late there on the C's. And like you said, no kills found. However, Zeldris does find his way into the kill feed. Trent low on HP, but he'll look to take another duel for himself as he plays the high-low. And bought the jet, and there isn't an ult or an op. You're not expecting an op. Now we're talking ults, we're talking boom boxes, we're talking rockets. And Zeldris is on the hunt, and he is going fishing. He shoots the rocket into the barrel. Unfortunately, that fish just a bit too tanky.
To Rabbit, when we hear the ultimate is trying to clear out that side and towards mid, it doesn't manage to do too much, though. The lurk here. Cornelius is going to enable that lockdown to be available. Clearing out some space, and this is what OR have been trying to do.
Spike down.
Okay, Net the martyr there. Looking to catch somebody off guard, and he did just that. He was going to sacrifice his life for the lockdown, and he goes 1 for 1 at the end of the day. And this retake, I mean, it's a difficult one. Sure, the blades are online, but do you opt into this in a 2v3? With the operator still in the back of Tex. Cosmic Divide comes down. Ooh, we trade Cosmic Divides. And things now looking difficult. Another star goes down. Nano Swarm there. And we're just cut inside the purple walls. As Tex looks to go aggressive on the outside. He'll find one player out towards main. No, he won't, because the Cosmic Divide of Valen actually blocks him off. And yeah, the spike is half. Somebody has to make a decision here. Somebody has to push aggressively. It's the paint shells. That's the decision. But the defuse. OR Esports. They actually want to lean out towards B here. They still want to try and hit this site. Util dealt with. And no defenders on it directly, so seemingly allowed to plant here. But the guard are still a player ahead.
They're going to go for the spike planted here.
Spike planted.
Off your feet!
Uncomfortable position, though, but the Rolling Thunder is going to allow them to push forward. But making it pass, though, it's not easy to do. A little bit of a crossfire early on. Still the numbers for the guard.
And the problem with the guard, though, is they're all coming from the same spots here. Everybody from spawn, and the cross is set up. Fragment goes out. Util starting to get dumped here. Liren Joan already dealt with. Okay, I said there's a problem, but maybe not. This Nilly battles back for 2. It doesn't matter. The guard are...
Killed your utility.
I mean, what is that? Hearing the footsteps? Is that what that was? Net hears the footsteps. First pops a Nano Swarm. Then allows Alarmbot to do its job. Hunter Shiri comes through, so the lockdown won't have any contention in the next couple of rounds, but won't be had for the next couple of rounds. And the guard just doing the guard things here. Again, refusing to give up his Nilly as he finds 2 for himself. The spike is planted. They're a player down here in OR Esports. The weaponry, not the best in the world here for Jonah. He's going to be next up to take this fight with Trent, and he's the next one down. Valen low as that turret is dealt with. Nilly going to try.
Here's an operator still all the way back.
Ooh. Yeah, things you hate to see at the start of the round. Fragment goes out. It's going to force a few players back. They know that Nilly's stuck in the corner, and they'll push him. And the lockdown is Tex will keep his teammate alive. No, Jonah P will just do it himself. It's the full house.
That's what is going to happen. Again, playing towards Link. Far back. One down. Goes down, actually.
Yeah, Jonah, usually good for his 1. Dealt with early. Nagard, a player down once more. We haven't quite seen a retake like this. Good shock dart. Lear just so low. Rolling Thunder comes through. Deals with the members. Trying to push on through. VNS Fortunately, also at the butt of that one. Knives are out. Valen gonna find that kill. Tex will fall, but Trent's still battling forward. The guard are still battling forward. Down to the last two here. And Zeldris, as he dies in back halls, Jonah can only hope to pick up the pieces as the Cosmic Divide subsides. There's a stun here in just a few seconds, but he's got a damage. Fragment comes out. Shock Dart stops the plant.
God.
And it's starting to fall apart once more. A flash through the Cosmic Divide. Zeldris, unfortunately, going to get backstabbed as he tried to turn around. He couldn't quite win the duel, but the trade is there. So a 3v3 is where we land as the stars come down once more. And Net wants to play inside. Has a turret. Has an alarm bot. Can maybe stop this plant. The cross being held. Nilly with a good kill. Make it 2. This is a winnable round. But Trent can do Trent things here. Nanoswarm onto the spike. A player main. A player dug out there. Cubby. That one dealt with the...
He was going to make that push. And this is something that he likes to do on the Astra on this map. Just going for a lurk. Even after that spike gets planted and getting some right timing. But it doesn't matter. The flash, the combination of utility just seems to be good enough.
More than good enough. More than good enough are the guard.
Else?
And if you're OR Esports, what can you do? Boombot goes out for information. Doesn't find a whole lot. Push inside the smoke, and BNS already dealt with. Dash away to safety. The long-range battle goes away. And Jonah's going to want to creep up for this one. Zeldris,
no.
Good to punish there. Expecting somebody wanting to look for an upgrade. That's exactly the case. Turret gets information, and Nilly lines up 2 and takes him down. Make it 3. Wants a 4th. He'll find a 4th. It's Nilly's round.
Nowhere to run!
Here comes that Hunter Shuri. Oh, and there's just nowhere to go for VNS. He's just completely corralled as the Boombot will also be dealt with. Paint shell's out and over the top, but the site has been assumed. Tex, he didn't need the orb to find his ultimate. He's now got it in way of kills as Nilly creeps on up. He grabs a kill onto Net. He'll now have to deal with Jonah P, and the rest of the squad are pushing through, and Jonah's just running and gunning as it's all up to Lear with a Vandal. Zeldris with an Operator in a 2v4. Zeldris will look to take the high ground. His head is spotted. The body is shot, and it's Jonah P. It eventually falls. 1 kill now away from the paint shells. The swing from the knives, and Tex takes matters into his own hands, and the guard will... It will go down, and the crunch will come through, but the guard are ready for it. 2 players watching the flank here. And the bullets are flying, but the bodies are starting to drop, and unfortunately it's not in favor of OR Esports. I don't know what flavor we're getting here. It's not a good one for the defense. It's red here for the guard, so I'm assuming something cherry, something strong. On the hunt.
I can't stand the skin, please.
Oh.
The key thing here is going to be that information early on, but yeah, you talked about it. The orbital strike is going to get invested. Nobody, though, is going to get caught in it.
Oh, no shot. Nilly falls asleep. No way. Trent does it again. They just look to take the fights. The blast packs make things a little weird. Zeldris tries to find the spam. Incendiary at his feet, though. It's going to force Trent forward, but... I mean, at this point in the round, what do you even do? Net gonna get caught on the flank, so this one may be a bit more digestible? No. OR Esports, they just want to save.
Oh, and immediately backing up, right? You have 3 players. It was still doable, but that positioning from the guard just a little too strong, and looking for the kills as well. Having some fun with it.
Make sure it's only 2 rifles instead of 3. Net now looking to go aggressive. No way. Shots through the wall. I mean, the read is just perfect. And the guard are playing perfect.
4 ultimates available. And an early pick. Good way to start it off, though. Again, gets traded. Trend ready for it.
And that's not bad, though, right? If you're going to kill anybody on this team, you absolutely want to kill Valen. Not only does he lead from the front in way of value, but 1 controller off the table, and Net's utility has already been placed. He can't put that wall down in any other way to try and help him on this A site. They're obviously going to have a hard time pushing through this Viper Pit as well, so Nilly hits the domain expansion, and that's going to flip the guard on their head. Meanwhile, Jonah 6 out towards the fountain. He might get more than he bargained for here, and that's exactly the case. There's 3 players there, only 1 peaks, and it's Trent to win the duel out this time around, getting revenge for that round previous.
There's actually 2 of those players for OR Esports playing inside of the Viper's pit. It means only one is going to be up close here, but we talked about those ultimates. So many of them were available. So many of them are going to be invested, actually. The numbers actually for OR in what feels like forever.
And Jonah P, the linchpin in this round, though.
30
It's going to take a
seconds
long
left.
rotate if the guard want to get back out towards B. And yes, if he could find this kill, it would be absolutely huge in confirming this B hit. But he doesn't. DNS
Enemy remaining.
wins the duel. Nearly inside his...
And I feel like that's been the story for the guard. Everybody can hold an operator at any point, and you just have to be ready for it.
Yep. You just have to absolutely give respect to the op here. Orbital strike in response. Let's clear things out. Close showers. Meanwhile, out towards short. Trent and Jonah P making quick work of the defense. But speaking of quick, look at this flank. It's so fast. Trapping Jonah P here on the site for a second as Jonah 6 works his way on. And that's the worst part. It is all trades. That is the strength of the guard. We saw it in map 1. We get it again in map 2. Here comes the showstopper, though. Trent gonna clear his corners, sends that shot right back, and it's too much base for Nilly to handle. It's a player ahead now. It's a pit to work through for OR Esports. And both defenders, the only 2 remaining, are on opposite sides of the map. They're gonna try their hand at linking up. But with the Sheriff and a Phantom, what can they get done? Trent's gonna drop down, pushes up, takes care of the Sheriff. Now only the Phantom to work with. He's lonesome.
But again, it just feels so late. It feels like the timing is off for these to come through, for these to be effective. What a shot as well. Could take down Seldris. Oh, Pure VNS almost fighting back.
Esports have to do something crazy to start to win these rounds, and they're pushing aggressively, trying to find timings that are going to catch the guard off guard. That was the call here for round 11. Unfortunately, it did not come to fruition the way that they were hoping.
Yeah, absolutely not. And then the secrets have to be invested. They didn't really give you too much. They didn't really say too much. Is using everything here. Those were the 2 ultimates available that OR had, and they got nothing.
Dealt with, yep, as a blast pack will force the defuse to come off, but the kills are coming through, and Jonah 6 with 3 HP. Gonna cut it down to Jonah P, who tries to spray on through, and OR Esports have done it, and eBay Thrifty.
Gonna handle it. And after that, immediately a wall. I mean, that push already so well slowed down.
And is that for real? Right? That your thought at the start of the round. Is that really how this round starts for OR Esports? Again, they just cannot catch a break. Zeldris wants to go aggressive, and Tex is just a crazy person finding that kill and a 1-for-2 trade when you're down 11-2. That just feels awful. There's a lot of time left.
Yeah.
A teleporter still available. OR Esports in the trenches. Nilly in the trenches. Beautiful paint shells. The util, it just keeps getting better.
Yeah, it just gets better and better somehow for the guard, for Trent. Because now, they know exactly where the last 2 players of OR Esports are gonna be located. And they can't push forward.
There.
Can't get too much done here.
1 enemy remaining. 1 enemy remaining.
Okay, well, I mean, Jonah 6, he makes it look doable. One
Yeah.
pip away. He's gonna have the ultimate after he plants here. So all said and done, the guard maybe not showing enough respect. No way, the backstab. Jonah 6 was spotted by Jonah P, who is quite a bit healthier. Flash to work with, though. Jonah 6, and again, the ultimate right behind it. We'll see if he chooses to invest. Jonah P just playing time so perfectly. Sports to push onto this side, especially with that pit down. That pit has done so much in buying rotations over. It does look like OR Esports want to hit this site still. Wall inside. Hookah makes that ultimate, and the Seekers get a little weird. Here comes the showstopper, though, deep into the back site, and nobody pipes. So nobody damaged theirs. As one singular Seeker makes its way onto the sites. Orbital strike available, not quite used just yet. As Net finds a kill onto Zeldris. Trent finds 2 of his own. And there's that orbital strike that you mentioned. Now Flash on the backside as VNS just wanted to try and play post plant, but he's already used the incendiary to keep the flank at bay. Now Nilly tries to stay alive inside the pit. Unfortunately, he's dealt with, and that'll do it. The guard do guard things. and they slam this one shut. There is no page in this guard book of OR Esports. Scribbled
Defenders
out,
win.
X'd out, an investor flawless to close out the series.